Sherille Chung on reggae2reggae.com. Dr. Sherille Chung on reggae2reggae.com. Dr. Sherille Chung on reggae2reggae.com. Dr. Sherille Chung.
Whoa, we are on, and it is days of preparation number 13. And here, 13 is not just a lucky number, it is a blessed number. So, we are back on Celebrate Live on reggae2reggae.com. And we're coming up to day number 50. We just have 2 more days to go for the days of preparation, and then we will go into the proposal of the king. Isn't that exciting? Yes. So, today, I want to bring up stuff that we have been doing before, but that I think we need at this point to reinforce, and it is about holding to the dream. It's vital that we hold on to our dream. And so today we're going to be looking at how we can make sure we don't lose sight of the dream, because that is so very, very, very important if we are going to move on through. And today, as it's the end of the week, I just love Fridays. Thank God it's Friday. I always like to do a sort of a review, because for the last 3 days before today, we did an issue about kingdom principles, living in and with kingdom principles if we want to be successful all the time. And the issue about kingdom principles is this: it's not a matter that they work sometimes and they don't work sometimes, they work all the time. And so one of the things is that we just have to decide this works all the time, and so I'm going to hold on to it all the time. And that's one of the ways that we can be absolutely certain that we will win. Yes, so the thing about kingdom principles is this, that if you hold on to it and you operate by it, you always win. There is no other principle, no other foundation, nothing else that can give you that guarantee. But guess what? Living and operating by kingdom principles can give you that guarantee. And one of the things that it does is that it gets rid of fear, because we looked at fear in one of our last sessions as well. And you know, all those things, fear does sort of mash you up, man, and make you do all sort of stupid things. And we looked at how to live without fear and what to do when fear comes in. That was in one of the programs earlier on this week. And then we looked at control. Oopsie boopsie. Do you know that control is all about who wants to be in charge, right? And the issue is this, that when you let other people be in charge, they push you, they pull you, they turn you around, they just make a fool out of you, right? But when you decide that I am going to take control, and then you take back the control from them, and you don't keep it for yourself, you take it back from everybody around, your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your school, your boss, the church, the community, your casual friends, the other drivers on the road. Take back control. And once you take back this control, and then you give it to the lover of your soul, the one who wants everything that is good for you. Dun, 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 dun. See the real thing over there? Lion of the tribe of Judah. But this is my little mascot. It's actually a cheetah. But you notice how the cheetah operates, him just ready for help. See, he's just the backative that is behind the helping hand as we lift up those who are around us. So, you give control to the one who have the real backative after all. And then, the other thing we looked at was kingdom principles, control, fear, and just wonderful life. Today's dreams. right? And I'm here to tell you we all have dreams. Whether they are nightmares or daydreams, they are still dreams. And guess what? Our dreams are really a part of our inner self, it's a part of our spirit, and it's a part of our subconscious, and it's a part of the real you. Because whatever is impacting you at the subconscious level is really impacting you, and you need to deal with it. So, even if it is something you had to eat too late, which was slightly off, and you had a nightmare, it's still impacting you. So remember, your dreams and visions, daydreams and nightmares are all significant. And I'm not here to be no dream interpreter. I'm just here to tell you, pay attention to your dreams, because it's through those dreams that you get direction as to what is really on the inside, what is really foundational, what is really bothering you, what is really impacting you at the subconscious level, which is where everything happens. It's like almost at the spirit level. Because remember, everything happens in the spirit realm and then comes down, sort of filters down through the psychological realm into the physical realm. That is how everything happens. And as a result, we need to be aware of what happens at that realm. Give it significance that it needs. Because if we don't give it significance, then we will be unaware of when it actualizes or manifests or just comes into being. Right? So, make sure that we do that first. So, I have a little thing that I write. I write up all these things all over my... What do I do with that empty glass on my desk? I write up all these things all over my room. Paste them on the wall, paste them on the mirror, on the fridge door, on top of all the pictures and the paintings, and all over. All over. You just got, every time you turn your head, I probably have at present about maybe 40 posters all over the place. And it just pasted up here. They all are about a letter size like this. This is one of them. And I'm going to read this one to you. It says, I will passionately pursue every dream, every idea that you put in my mind, and I have the mind of Christ. And so, passionately pursue. That means I don't care whether it is going to come to pass now, next year, or next 20 years. I am going to passionately pursue it now. So I put all my energy in it now, and if it doesn't come to pass now, that's okay. It's going to come to pass. Because guess what? Everything that comes into my spirit has already come to pass in the spiritual realm. And so it is deposited in my spirit as a reminder to me that I have already completed that activity. So once I go from the perspective of already completing that activity, then I know, like I know that this dream will come to pass. Do you know how I know it will come to pass? Because every dream, as I said before, deposited in my subconscious, every vision, every idea at that level will come to pass. Every single one of them. Why? Because they have already come to pass. They have already happened. And so what is happening is that my subconscious is a sort of repository of all the different things that have already come to pass. So it's like a little bank that those things are kept there, and as time progresses, you will find that they will come out of the subconscious into the conscious mind, and we will start activating them or manifesting them or actualizing them. Same thing, they are going to move from being a concept to action. So don't decide that, well, this is a thought, just it has already happened. So we call it deja vu, or we call it, oh, why do I have a feeling that I've been here before, or why do I, it has already happened. And so we have been given a little forewarning, foreknowledge of the directions in which we need to go. That's what dreams are all about. And remember, it's not just what you ate the night before. So I will passionately pursue every dream, every idea that you have put in my mind. And I remember, I keep always in view that I have the mind of Christ. So we're going to go on now to talk about how we're going to deal with dreams and how we bring them from where they are into reality, what we need to do, who we need to check with, and how we need to just celebrate the whole thing as we look at the 4 rules of celebrate life. Know where you're going. Know your driver. That's number 2. Number 3 is pay as you enter. And number 4 is enjoy the ride. But when we come back in the next section, we will look at that. So come back.
This world.
On reggae2reggae.com, we encourage our listeners with an inclusive, intelligent, and innovative alternative media experience.
Are you struggling with some kind of health condition? Is it arthritis, high blood pressure, Crohn's disease, constipation, AIDS, cancer? Whatever it is, we can show you how to get your natural defenses up so that your bodies will deal with your condition. Join us as our studio audience on reggae2reggae.com when we will teach you how to celebrate every moment of your life. Call us at 336-7350 for information. Limited space.
Reggae to reggae, bun down bro, mana. Make it burn, them call, mana. Make it burn, bumpy go, oh, mana. Make it burn, make it bun. Africa, we come from, mana. Reggae to reggae, big up on yourself, saying, Aile, as I would say. Reggae to reggae.
Since the first public demonstration of radio by Nikola Tesla in 1893, no one ever thought of putting the 2 hours of music together until we created reggae2reggae.com.
Have been spoken by my master, they will come to pass.
On reggae2reggae.com. Dr. Cheryl Chung on reggae2reggae.com. Dr. Cheryl Chung on reggae2reggae.com.
Hi, we're back.
Dr. Cheryl.
Passionately pursuing every dream every dream, every idea that has been placed in our minds. Why is this important? Because we need to understand that the dreams that have been placed in our minds are in our subconscious, and the things in your subconscious are things that have been deposited there that are going to come to pass in the physical realm, but have already come to pass in the spiritual realm. So when you recognize that, then you can pursue them with the confidence that they have already happened. Very important concept, extremely important concept. So in this section, I'm going to be talking about dreams, visions, and downloads. Our first section is, where are we going? Know where you're going. Second section, know your driver. Third section, pay as you enter. And fourth section, enjoy the ride. So the first section was know where you're going. We are going to the place where we understand our dreams, where we are able to utilize them for our benefit, and where we are able to not just see them as a waste of time, or just, you must be able to identify when it was really because of something you ate the night before. But outside of that, we need to be able to put meaning to them and utilize them for our own benefit. That's the most important part, and not just think that, oh, it's a dream, end of story, bye-bye. Yeah? Right. So, one of the things is that because dreams are a part of the whole spiritual realm, if you want to call it that, it is communication between and among spirits, then we need to understand that that is the basis. So the dream can be as a result of something that has been planned in the spiritual realm, something that has already happened in the spiritual realm. So it will give you indications of three things: past events, present events, and future events. Now, if your dream is from the past event, then clearly its effect on the present and the future can be adjusted. If it is something from the present event, this is your dream or vision that I'm talking about, and then you can look at it and realize, how do I utilize this? Is this a stepping stone to move up, if it is something that you may consider negative? Is this a warning? Is this something that I should try and avoid? Is this something I should try and embrace? Is this something to help me in my decisions as I move along today? And if it is something that has already happened in the future, listen to what I said. If your dream is about something that has already happened in the future, then you need to make sure that you're a part of not mocking it, but flowing along with it and using it. Now, why do I say has already happened in the future? Because in God's timing, He sees everything at the same time. He sees the end, He sees the beginning, He knows everything. And all of those things have happened in His timing before He made the earth. It's called before the foundations of the world. Those things have already happened. Some of the things that Scripture tells us is that before we were conceived, He knew us, right? So clearly, that means we must have been pre-existent in His timing. It does not support reincarnation. It supports the fact that God knows everything. The end, the beginning, He doesn't have a time. You know, His years as a day and His days can be as a year. So, understanding that concept is very, very important for us to relax and know, say, look here, Everything happened already, you know. And how we respond to it is important for how we are going to react. It's important for how we are going to proceed, whether we are going to be affected negatively by it, or if we are going to flow with it, or we're going to try and adjust it. But the whole idea is that we are given a sort of a prep as to what is going to happen in our dimension, which has already happened in the spiritual realm. So you see how the dreams really help you. So this section I call Dreams, Visions and Downloads. And in my own thing is that dreams have to do with, for me, things that happened in the past. Visions have to do with things that are going to happen in the future in my dispensation. All of them have happened already in God's dispensation, right? And then downloads are things that come to me immediately today. So for me, dreams are things that have happened in my past, in the physical dimension. Visions are about things that will happen in the future in my dimension, the physical realm, my timeline. And downloads are what comes immediately, oops, right today, in the present. You know why I put it like this? Because, oh my goodness, I keep telling you how much time I spend planning my programs. And when I sit like this concept, I just got it as I opened my mouth. I just got a heading, Dreams, Visions and Downloads, and I wrote it down. But as I started and said this section is about dreams, visions and downloads, the concept of how to identify the three things came as a download as I was speaking to you. So I don't have any special lean or any special call or any special hold or any special anything to get this information. This is how our operations manual tells us that our Creator works. And so this is how the Creator works. He gives us dreams. He gives us visions and He gives us downloads. And we need to be able to embrace all three. So my dreams, you know, I remember used to have nightmares after reading certain articles in the newspaper. I mean, I would really be negatively affected by them. And so I just stopped reading the newspaper. And that was about 40 odd years ago. Right? Because I couldn't deal with all the negative news about children burnt up in a fire and Austin and Kofa. So that's how I dealt with it. And then I stopped having those negative dreams. The other thing was the visions. Now, the visions had to do with what I saw about my future. I remember when I was 6, I saw myself pirouetting, dancing on a globe. This big globe, you know, we used to have a world map on a globe. I used to have it spinning around. We used to love globes. I had globes all over the house. I just had a sort of world vision. And I saw myself pirouetting, doing a little twirl on the top of the globe. Well, guess what? In actual fact, I was wearing these boots with iron in it because I had deformed feet. And so the possibility of pirouetting on top of the world or pirouetting on top of anything, even flat land, was not nine at all. It was not possible because I couldn't walk properly, much less dance, much less pirouette. But I'm here to tell you, it was a vision of what God intended for me when He made me. For all of you who see me dance, you know, say I just dance with abandon and passion. Why? Because it was an impossible dream that only God can bring to pass. So That was a vision for the future. The dream I used to have of those things that happened in the past that were reported horribly in the newspapers. And then the present, I just told you about it, the downloads. I mean, so many times persons have come to me because of the different areas that I've been involved in. They would say to me, you can do this? And I'm here to tell you, but I can or I can't. My answer is yes. Because why? I can do all things through my Creator who gives me His strength. So how can I say I can't if I have His strength? Because then I'm saying He's efficient too. You understand what I'm saying? So it's so important for us to understand how we are going to approach this thing. If it is that He says, I can do all things, and He has given me power, and He has given me glory, and He has given me authority, and I have His mind, and I am blessed with all blessing in heavenly places, and I have been mandated to be fruitful and multiply, and He will lead me into all truth. I mean, if I have all these promises, how can I act in disbelief and doubt and say I cannot? So I have every confidence when I make these statements. It's not that I hope I'll be able to do it. I have every confidence. Can you do X? Yes, I can. The issue is, do I want to do it? And anything I want to do, I can do. And so I have had this approach to a lot of things. And every time I'm successful. Once I just log on to my operations manual, find the promise in there. And once I find the promise, I just speak it until it comes to pass, calling those things that are not as if they were, until they become. So I love it. So that's our mandate. And guess what? Second section done already. So we're going to go on to pay as you went in a little while. So come back.
On reggae2reggae.com, we encourage our listeners with an inclusive, intelligent, and innovative alternative media experience.
Are you struggling with some kind of health condition? Is it arthritis, high blood pressure, Crohn's disease, constipation, AIDS, cancer? Whatever it is, we can show you how to get your natural defenses up so that your bodies will deal with your condition. Join us as our studio audience on reggae2reggae.com when we will teach you how to celebrate every moment of your life. Call us at 336-7350 for information. Limited space. Where we will be looking at all the issues that you could possibly have and how you can transform them into a celebratory occasion. Celebrate life on reggae2reggae.com. See you there.
The Jamaican music that is emerging in the whole reggae phenomenon is one of the most tremendous political forces in this country, because it's a tremendous force for change. It is the first real people's language that has emerged, in which people are singing of their woes, their tragedy, their despair, and are forcing this society to understand.
Reggae2reggae.com, we encourage our listeners with an inclusive, intelligent, and innovative alternative media experience.
With all this injustice, this world could never late.
Chung on reggae2reggae.com. Dr. Cheryl Chung on reggae2reggae.com. Dr. Cheryl Chung on reggae2reggae.com. Dr. Cheryl.
Nice. Today I have a green drink. I've had this one on the show before. This is Sours of Leaf, Leaf Alive, Moringa Leaf. Which one is this? Ginger. Ginger. You got a little garlic in there. Blend all them up in the blender with like the cane juice and lime juice. And make it long. So I have all the benefits of all of those. It's a green juice. Doesn't have to have in caldo and pacto. Moringa leaf is good enough. And this is refreshing because of the cane juice and the lime. So that's one of my new drinks. But we're talking about dreams, visions, and downloads. And we're in segment 3. I just want to give you a little more idea about, I told you about dreams being about things of the past, visions about things of the future in my timeline or your timeline, and downloads being things that you get instantly about the present. Right. Now, these, I'm going to give you the purpose as counsel, releasing destiny, right? And as warnings or as, you know, Nebuchadnezzar and all those people in the Bible, you know, those people had a dream, yes ma'am, as ideas, as wisdoms. It establishes a covenant that is given to you, what God has promised to you, offerings of the subconscious mind to the cognitive, so that you can deal with these issues if you choose. What does that mean? Offerings of the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind offers to you information to the cognitive, which is the conscious present mind, right? So that you can deal with these issues. I remember I was talking to somebody in church the other day, and they were telling me about their dream about a black dog. And the black dog was just, you know. That means something's coming up that is not too pleasant. You know, there's going to be conflict and there's going to be fighting and so on. No. But that's what it meant to them. I'm not here to interpret anything. Everybody knows what is what to them, because different symbols in a dream mean different things to different people based on their previous experiences in life. Okay. So now you can decide how to deal with it. But one of the things that I like about dreams and visions is that it is preventing fear from coming upon me, because it sort of creeps in me, giving me previous information, you know. So I believe that our Creator speaks to us in dreams, and that He will give us the interpretation. Now, these sort of things we have to speak into being, because we said, why I dream so and so, I forgot to so and so for interpretation. Don't recommend it at all. See who gave it to you? That's who you must go to for the interpretation. So another thing, I say these things. I say I believe God speaks to me in dreams and visions and downloads. I believe He gives me the interpretation and the ability to do it. I am empowered to record whatever, and so what I recommend is that you put something at your bedside, and you always have paper and pen or recording device or whatever. If it is a computer or an iPad or a phone or so on, don't put it beside your bed, because the geopathic energy is going to come and prevent your brain waves from going to sleep. You see, a lot of times people don't sleep, and I don't understand why they don't sleep. It's because your head is right by the plug, and you have all sorts of electronic equipment on, and you cannot sleep because all of those waves are coming in through you and preventing your your internal waves from relaxing. Your whole energy pathways are just constantly moving around like that. You can't sleep in that situation. So you need to remove all of those things from close to the head of the bed. You know, especially where it can come into your own brain and affect your brain waves. You know, a lot of crib deaths are responsible. That is what is responsible for a lot of crib deaths. People have the babies and the crib is pushed up right against the wall where all the electricity is coming in and where there are other conductors of these, what we call geopathic. It's really energy coming from different sources in the earth, right? So you need to bear that in mind. Lord, I say to my heart, please wake me so that I can remember and record. And according to my faith in action, I shall receive. The Bible is true, and my heart communicates with me through these symbols that surround me. So remember, you know, you are not, if you're a farmer, you're going to get dreams about things relating to the farm. If you're a dancer, you're going to get dreams and visions relating to dance. You know, if you are a singer, you will see yourself singing or whatever. Or if you see somebody on the stage singing and you envy them, you might see yourself singing, but it's not so. So, make sure that your motives are really pure. Oh, wonderful. Where am I experiencing the key action of this emotion in my body? Now, why am I asking that? Because it is going to determine a lot on what happens in your physical being, and so we need to look at that. Now, you can handle it. A lot of persons get these dreams and visions and they just say, sure, you know, this is not going to happen. And because we're in the third segment, I want you to look at what you need to do. How to pull down the resources to passionately pursue every dream and every idea that God has put in your mind. It's important to understand that there are several sections that you need to bear in mind. You have a dream, you record the dream. Then you have to record it as soon as you're awake. And then you have to continue the dream. Meaning you have to give yourself a leeway. Don't get agitated over it. Give yourself leeway to go back and even continue the dream. Give yourself leeway to continue the dream in your actions. Give yourself leeway. So it's a sort of embracing this as a wonderful thing. It is a wonderful thing, whatever it is, whether it's a warning or it's an assistance or help. We looked at those things in the last segment. So record the dream. Continue the dream by just leaving an open door. Position the dream. Where does that position in the plan that God has for me? Right? So you have to say, well, oh yes, oh yeah, man, this is just right in line. I just know that this is the plan that God has for me, and this dream is just pushing me forward, or it's warning me not to go in that direction, etc. It's a part of the total plan. I have a plan for you, not to harm you, but to help you, to give you a hope and a future. Okay. Then laying the foundation, meaning you need to have that dream positioned and laid in the foundation. Remember that the reason for all of this and for our purpose is so that what? God gives us health. 2, so that we can get wealth. 3, so that we can expand the kingdom of God. That is, carry out His covenant that He has made with us. Consequently, it is so important to understand that everything that happens to us is a part of the jigsaw puzzle of life and your own specific life. And so everything fits into one of those little things. You know, you probably have one of these jigsaw puzzles that have 1,000 pieces, and everything, good or bad, fits into the whole puzzle to make you whole. So it's not just good things that make you whole. Also, the things that you consider negative, because remember we spoke about differences and the fact that differences contribute more to your growth than sameness, because sameness you know already, you can do already. And so when you embrace those things around you, those people around you who bring different things to the table, then you are even more whole. I don't think I'm more whole or less whole. Anyway, the point is that you grow more out of that, and you advance quicker when you have these differences. So learn to embrace them, cementing the dream. That has to do with cementing the dream, putting together all these little pieces that act as what each joint supplies. It's like a cement in the middle of the pieces that fit together that you have put there, but you have to have something that is going to make it cohesive, something that is going to act as a sort of adhesive. Wonderful. What to do when you're waiting on the Lord? Wait, you need to step out on the water. Step out. Don't ever think that, you know, one of the things that I like to do is using the word of God. I just use it all the time, right? Because, you see, the issue of calling those things that are not allows you to advance in the areas where you would normally have fear. So if you find a word in His word to us, whether it's a written word or a spoken word or a word that comes down in your mind or in your loins, a feeling, you need to embrace it all. And if it is a feeling that has attached to it a negative emotion or pain in your physical being, think about it and decide that you are going to relieve yourself of the pain while you embrace what it is warning you about. Because every pain you have in your body is a warning. Something is going wrong. Pay attention. That's all, right? Every sickness is a warning. Every single one. Stop. Pay attention. There are some things you need to adjust, to do a little differently, right? So imagine and think how to pull down every thought and imagination that is not consistent with the knowledge of God. We know that verse. It talks about pulling down every thought. Every imagination that comes against the knowledge of God and bringing them into a place of obedience to the Word. So that way you don't have a problem. You don't have a problem of wondering what to do with it. If the thought is not consistent with something from the Word, then you pull it down and you see it as a warning as to where you should not go, as against where you should proceed. And so you see it in that positive light as well. But there are some more, I have one more minute in this section because I want to look at some more details about how you can handle it, right? And maybe we're going to do that in the next section. But in the next section, we're going to look at you can handle it. Why? I've got can-do power. So in the next section, we're going to talk about can-do power. So come back.
On reggae2reggae.com, we encourage our listeners with an inclusive, intelligent, and innovative alternative media experience. Since the first public demonstration of radio by Nikola Tesla in 1893, no one ever thought of putting the 2 hours of music together until we created reggae2reggae.com.
Yes, oh, somehow I know things have got to change.
On reggae2reggae.com. Dr. Sheril Chung on reggae2reggae.com. Dr. Sheril Chung on reggae2reggae.com.
Hi, we're back and we're talking about dreams, visions and downloads. And we are in the last segment. How do you enjoy these? Because a lot of times after a dream, a vision or a download, there's a lot of trepidation. Oh my goodness, what a thing! You know what a dream? We're going to have earthquake and fire and brimstone and... Remember, we had categorized them and we looked at warnings, we looked at advice, we looked at everything that you get in a dream or a vision or a download for your benefit. And if we can have that attitude towards whatever faces us, not just dreams and visions and downloads, but recognizing that anything that comes from your subconscious into your conscious mind, at that point in time, it is for purpose. What is the purpose? That we will make the adjustments that we need to make in order to facilitate our actions towards what we have dreamed or what it is warning us about, to do it to our benefit. Did I explain that right? Let me say it again. Anytime you dream, vision, or get a download into your spirit, from your spirit, because it's really coming from your spirit through the subconscious into the conscious. It is because at that point in time you need to have that information. You need that information at that time in order to move forward from the place where you're at. You know, I always tell people when they come to me and they're sick, I said, embrace your illness. Embrace what is happening to you because it is for a purpose. If you didn't get knocked down, you would not stop and make the adjustments that you needed to make. Because, let me tell you something, nobody gets sick like that. Even if it is an accident, I'm here to tell you. And you're sick as a result of an accident, which is a trauma that happens like that. Poof! There was a time when I thought that all illnesses, all trauma was, just like the hand of God, right? But everything is the hand of God that He allows. But a lot of times they are caused because the Word of God says the curse does not come without a cause. And so if I have a situation where that happens, then I cannot just go and blame act of God. Because all the so-called act of God, hurricane and earthquake and what have you, the only act of God in those is His mercy for them not to come more often, because we have done so many things to cause these things to happen to us. So remember that. You can handle it. Why? I have can-do power. And every time our Creator brings into our consciousness, from the subconscious into the consciousness, by whatever means, right? It may be something you heard on the radio, it may be something that you saw on television, it may be something you heard while you were walking along the street and the person was not even talking to you. It could have been something that was physically downloaded to you. It's something you read on the internet. I don't know. Whatever the source and whatever the means of communication, whatever comes into your consciousness needs to be used for your benefit, right? And along with it comes the wherewithal to handle it. There were times when I used to say, and I say it occasionally again, I can't handle this. I just cannot handle this, right? And then immediately comes to my cranium the verse that says, I can do all things through Christ. That's one. But the other one is this: come unto man. There hath no stress taken you, but such as is, come unto man. God is faithful. He will not allow you to be stressed above that which you are able. But He will, with the stress, make a way of escape that you may be able to bear it. Clear and plain. End of story. Moving on. God says you have all things and can do all things. I am, because He is the I am. You know the thing about the I am is past, present, and future. But most importantly, He is present, and a very present help in time of trouble. So it doesn't matter what trouble comes, He is present. And whatever you need, I am that I am. You know what that means? I am that I am that you need. I am that need that you have. I am that I am. So what do you need? What need arises as a result of the consciousness of that dream, that vision, or that download? Have you ever been driving along and something just pop into your mind and say, no, my dear, you can't do that. I don't have the wherewithal. It don't make any sense. Stop. When you get a download, it is for now. And along with it comes the wherewithal that you may be able to deal with it successfully. Right. So, I am equipped, I am anointed, I am empowered, I am victorious, I am successful. I am armed with a warrior mentality. I'm ready. Okay. And it's important for us to recognize. It's not a matter of pumping up yourself. It's a matter of recognizing, accepting, and embracing what has been offered to you. Because nobody can interpret that verse any other way. Come unto man, all the issues. God is faithful. And if you do not respond the way I am suggesting you respond, it means that it may be His line. And of course, you would never do that, would you? If you don't talk to yourself, your thoughts will talk to you, right? Now, this is how you go into the fourth section. It says, enjoy the ride. How are you going to approach and respond to these challenges that face us all every day? You know, one of the things that I don't understand, you know, every time I hear a sermon or I hear a commentary or I hear a news item, it is all about repeating what has gone wrong. How does that help? It sure helps. Helps the enemy by reinforcing it and pushing it in everybody's face. What about the solutions? What about the solutions? That is what we are called to be as kingdom people. Don't even repeat the problem. Just the solution. And then as you repeat the solution over and over and over, then people start to get hope. Because there is a solution. I've been reading all these diaspora things, and look here, everybody know every problem about Jamaica. Right? And everybody's asking for solutions. Look, I am the solution. You are the solution. And whatever little I can do by myself is what I need to do. Everybody's waiting to get together a body of persons and a body of money and collect this. Look here. Me one can do something. Me alone. And whatever I can do, I do. Moving right along. Somebody else wants to join me? Wonderful. Or if I feel like joining somebody else, wonderful. But don't let the solamente me syndrome attack you. Not just attack you, but overcome you. Right? So whatever it is that approaches us, what can I do? You can do something. Some people say, I don't have any money. You got time. It's a resource that everybody has the same amount of. And guess what? It is the most valuable resource. So we have to look at using our time as a part of the solution to anything. If you will give 1 hour of your time a week, just volunteer 1 hour of your time a week to anything that you're interested in. Whether it is that you're going to read emails to that person, you're going to do correspondence, you're going to just talk to somebody, you know, whatever it is. If we can all volunteer 1 hour of our time per week, you know how many hours in a week? That's 24 times 7, 4 is 28, 7 2 is 14 and 2 is 16, 168. And we are asking for 1 hour where you volunteer to be a part of the solution for whatever irks you. Alright? Because I'm here to tell you, if you can use that 1 hour a week just volunteering to talk about the solutions, to talk good about Jamaica, instead of using every opportunity to rehearse about Jamaica is the murder capital of the world. All of that is a whole pile of crap, because Jamaica is not the murder capital of the world. I can personally tell you 15 other places where the murder is higher. So anyway, moving right along. Remember, if you do not talk to yourself, your faults will talk to you. Build your house on a rock, not on the sand. And that is how we can enjoy. Because you know, like you know, that we have already won. So just get in there, move through, and remember your dreams, visions, and downloads are to benefit you. So use them, not just to benefit you, but to advance the welfare of the whole human race. Until tomorrow, when we're going to look at Shabbat Shalom. See you soon. Bye from Celebrate Life on reggae.com.
Saw a bird flew down this morning, as if he's saying something to me. Sitting on the limb of a tree, giving me a sound of sweet melody.